breaking news. Lady Gaga could possibly be playing Harley Quinn in the upcoming Joker 2 Madness for 2. I think it was Madness, something like that. I believe that's the name. And the most interesting part about this is Todd Phillips could possibly be making Joker 2 into a musical. That is interesting. That's something we didn't think about. But before we get into the rest of this video, I do want to show you guys. I used to be an artist. I used to like drawing, and I had this drawing of Joker, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I drew this like a couple of years ago when the first Joker movie got released, and then over here you even have, it's like when he writes down, what does he say? I just hope my death makes more sense than my life. And yeah, I drew this drawing a long time ago, and it is till this day one of the best drawings I've ever made. So you guys let me know in the comments what do you think about it. But let's put this somewhere else. But we're gonna talk about Lady Gaga and you know what's funny? When I was thinking about this, all I was thinking about was Clayface in the Harley Quinn series saying Lady Gaga. But I don't know. But let's read the article, then we'll go into my thoughts, and you guys let us know in the comment sections what do you think about this. But let's read it first. Joker 2. Lady Gaga is in early talks to join Joaquin Phoenix, Todd Phillips in musical sequel. You hear that? Musical. That's interesting. Because we all know the first Joker movie was a massive hit. But let's continue. By the way, again, I do want to remind people that this is early talks, meaning that we don't have a full-on confirmation of if Lady Gaga is going to be in the movie. All we know so far is she could potentially. She's more than likely going to be in, but let's see. The Joker's back, and this time he's bringing a friend. Lady Gaga is in early talks to star opposite Joaquin Phoenix in director Todd Phillips' sequel to Joker, the 2019 Oscar-winning $1 billion hit that Warner Bros. Hit based on a DC character. Phillips has been co-writing the script with Joker co-writer Scott Silver for some time and has finally shown it to the studio. Last week, Phillips revealed on social media the title of the new project, Joker Folia Deux. The title referencing a medical term for an identical or similar mental disorder that affects two or more individuals, usually members of the same family. And while the same social media post showed Phoenix reading the script, the actor's involvement is not exactly a legal fate accomplished just yet. Sources tell a Hollywood Reporter Warner Bros. Has yet to close a deal with the actor, with the two sides deep into it. Enter Gaga. Details on her character are being kept under wraps, but Joker is known for his on-off abusive relationship with Harley Quinn, his psychiatrist at the mental institution known as Arkham Asylum, who falls in love with him and becomes his sidekick and partner in crime. It is unclear whether Phillips and company are using other DC characters or striking on their own, as they did in many instances with the first movie. If a deal makes Gaga would play Quinn. However, the new Quinn exists in a different DC universe than the Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, which most recently appeared in 2021's The Suicide Squad, as well as several other films. But wait, that's not all. Sources say the sequel is also a musical. When Warner first made Joker, it was far from a sure thing, a dark and moody character piece. The project was a taxi driver meets king of comedy descent into madness, set in the late 1970s decaying city. Commercial prospects were deemed nominal, and it was only budgeted at $60 million. Dang, the movie was only at a budget of $60 million. It made $1 billion. That's, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is the most profitable movie of all time. I believe. Anyways, by the time it was released in October 2019, Joker was riding a wave of adulation from the fall film festivals. I remember that. I remember just hearing how much people were loving it, which helped propel the movie into a record-breaking opening weekend, with box office analysts changing their prediction every day. It ended its theatrical run as the number 4th highest-grossing R-rated movie of all time. It then earned 11 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, and won Best Actor for Phoenix and Best Score. And yeah, that's the news right there. Now let's go into my thoughts. What do I think about this? What should I go into first? The fact that they're making a Joker 2, the fact that it's Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn, or the musical part? Let's start with Lady Gaga. She's a phenomenal actress. A Star is Born. Look, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not a big musical fan. I've never really been. Recently, this last year, there's 2 musicals that really made it was in my top 10 best movies of the year. Tick Tick Boom and West Side Story. I'm not a big musical guy. I've never been. I won't deny it. Like, for example, what was that movie with Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman? The Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman. I remember when that movie came out, everyone was hyping it up, and so I ended up checking it out, and I didn't like it. I just didn't like it straight up because I'm not a big musical guy. But I'm gonna tell you this straight up right now. If you're gonna do a musical, you get Lady Gaga in there because we all know she's experienced, she's talented, but not only that, but she's an Oscar level actress. It never hurts to have talent. It never does. So you know what? This decision right here sounds interesting to me. But the musical part, the reason why, I know a lot of people are going to say, what? How could you change the tone? I don't think the tone's changing. In fact, I think it's going to stay the same. It's just that they're going to add the musical part. And I'm going to say this right now. They're going for that storyline with Joker and Harley called Mad Love. If you guys don't know the story, it's of course the story of Joker and Harley falling in love. But I think it's going to be more emphasized in this movie, more than it ever was even in that original Suicide Squad back in 2016. I think this movie's going to go real into that story. The story about this relationship built. And I believe the musical parts, remember, we have to remember this because it feels, because I was in a group chat, we were all arguing about it, but we have to remind ourselves. The first Joker movie took place in the perspective of Arthur Fleck. It wasn't told in anyone's perspective. Everything you saw was in a point of view of Arthur Fleck. It's not like every other movie. Like, for example, Endgame was not in just Tony Stark's perspective because there's moments where Tony wasn't even there. So you, of course, saw, like, Scott Lang's perspective or Thanos' perspective. That's how film works. But in Joker, it was solely only Joker's perspective. So you saw things happening within the point of view of his mindset. So the second movie, to me, the music part just emphasizes that this movie is going to continue playing into that point of view of Arthur Fleck. Maybe he's falling in love for the first time. Remember, because I know everyone's going to be skeptical. Remember, that first Joker movie, one thing that people really, really loved is when he fell in love with that one woman who lived in his apartment complex. And people love that. People really enjoyed that. And then people love the surprise twist that, spoiler alert, that she actually is, like, there was never a relationship. He made it up in his mind. And us, the audience, we were surprised by that revelation. And everyone liked that little romance thing. So now if this movie emphasizes on that romance, I honestly think this is going to be a story about Arthur and Arkham Asylum, still being this mentally insane guy. And it's still going to go with society norms, but it's also going to show you what the perspective of love is to a guy like this. A guy who's insane, a guy who murders people and is fine with it. I think they're going to go more into that mad love story. And what I'm really hoping is, you see a lot of that Harley and Joker dynamic with Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix. But the one thing I do need this movie to be, I need this movie to please be told in Arthur Fleck's perspective. I don't want to see it, because even in the first Joker movie, I believe Todd Phillips had said there was this deleted scene that they ultimately decided to cut out where it shows you the woman who Arthur fell in love with. They showed her point of view to when she saw him on the Murray show, like her being shocked and being like, "Hey, I know that guy. That guy broke into." That would have, to me, ruined the movie, because this entire movie was told in Joker's perspective. So it would have made no sense if that scene had been included. I'm glad it wasn't included. However, I'm hoping this movie stays the same. Do not tell us the perspective of Harley. Show us her emotions. Show us how she's doing. Show us what she's saying and everything. But only go into Joker's mindset. And just do it. And now the big question I will ask to all of you. Or the big question I know y'all are asking. Do you think of Batman showing up? Honestly, I'm going to say this. It's, to me, I'm hoping there's no Batman. But if there is, I just hope. My thing is, I don't want the Joker movies to become a standard comic book movie, because the thing I love about the first Joker movie is, like they said in the article, this movie was more of a film that took inspiration from iconic classics like Taxi Driver or King of Comedy. It wasn't like your poom poom pow superhero movie. And I feel like if you have Batman there, it's going to kind of set a completely different mood. However, I don't know. We'd have to wait and see. This is what I'm going to tell everyone. Just wait till the first trailer. We don't know what this movie's going to look like. And to me, the premise sounds cool. I understand why some others wouldn't find it that way, but Hey, that's just me. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comment sections down below, what do you think about this? Do you think it's a dumb idea? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you like the casting? Honestly, I'm fine to see somebody else portray Harley Quinn. I love Margot Robbie. She's had three great performances. I even like Birds of Prey. I know a lot of people don't like Birds of Prey, but I like Birds of Prey. Of course, love the Suicide Squad. I even have a Blu-ray copy like right there. But you guys let us know in the comment section down below. I think it's time we see another Harley Quinn because why not give a Oscar level actress a chance at such a unique role? But you guys let us know in the comments, what do you think? I'll see you guys next time. We live in a society